Feast week is here. Yesterday was a great day of all day hoops. I enjoyed every second of it. I'm sure you did as well. Let's take the same approach we do at the end of weekends and just do like a quick hitter winners and losers from day one of Feast week. That sound good?
Sounds amazing, actually.
Okay, so I'm after your two biggest winners and your two biggest losers from Feast week day one. Maybe we alternate through these like we normally do.
Biggest winner. I was gonna single out one player from the team, but I'm just gonna do it as a whole. Tennessee. I know Rutgers isn't good, but just as a team, how they're built, I've been very impressed with Ament and the way he's played, and also like Gillespie is nasty. And then they got like a really good rim protector in Felix Arpara. Then they got really good complementary bigs in Phillips, and I think it's Estrella is the other big. They have some other pretty good role players. Rick Barnes. I don't know. I'm buying into Tennessee, and maybe that's cheating because like I'm buying into a top 15 team. But I'm just overall super impressed with Tennessee.
I like that answer. That was a game that was so early yesterday, I already forgot about it. That's how fast Feast Week moves. But yeah, I loved them. Gillespie and Ament looked amazing. Do think a big part of that game was probably what Rutgers is. They're bad, and Peichel's going to get fired, which is sad. Did you hear after the game, Peichel said, really thought we battled in the second half. We lost by one in the second half.
Did he actually say that?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
writing's on the wall. Biggest winner for me is easy, Gonzaga. Gonzaga. Them boys nice. Very nice. This is a Gonzaga team that you could put in the bucket of can win it all this year, and I don't think that's crazy whatsoever. That front court's absurd. EK and Huff are vetty and just good, but Tyon Grant Foster getting eligible may be the thing we look back on at the end of the season as one of the more noteworthy moments for a team. He's amazing. Led them in scoring last night. They're so big and so good defensively. They got athletes everywhere. It's probably the best defense Mark Few's had going back to like years and years ago when they were in the national championship game. And then Saint Superi has just emerged as a dude. 6 assists, 10 points in this game. I think we thought it was going to be the other Braden Smith. It's not. It's Superi. But I'm in. I'm in on the vision of this Gonzaga team. What they did to Bama was, I think, honestly, as impressive as any of the other Bama data points we have at this point in the year.
Yeah, they're so old, man. Like truthfully, it's a bunch of 23-year-olds out there who play so much college basketball, seen so much. Also, Grant Foster is like just this unbelievable defensive. Like he's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Legit everywhere. That's just a great piece for them to have. I'm very much impressed with Gonzaga as a basketball team, truthfully.
Yep.
All right, back to me on this one. Mm, I almost thought about doing there's honorable mention for Rodney Rice because he was really good in that game in Maui, and he's just been incredible all year. But you know what? I'll go here. I'll go with Michigan as a impressive takeaway. Look, beating a top 50 Ken Palm team by 40 is insane. Beating anybody by 40 is insane. I'd expect you to beat Eastern Michigan by 40. I'd expect you to beat Rio Grande Valley by 40. Shit, I'd expect you to beat any other lowly level cupcake team by 40. Beating a legitimate team by 40 points is extremely impressive.
Wow. Didn't expect that. I'm off my pivot right now. I apologize. Just I'm shook. I'm shook by that. I also disagree. Disagree with everything you said. For me, I'm gonna go Stephen Pearl as my second winner.
Good one.
Auburn's better than I thought they would be post Bruce Pearl, and I still don't feel like Stephen Pearl runs anything to help them, but he's got a talented roster that figures it out and plays hard for him and clearly likes him, and that's more than I thought they would have. So Pettiford was great. Phantom foul call cost me $2,000 because I was 1 point away from Todd Pettiford 25 plus.
We run it back today.
I don't think so,
Okay.
but maybe I got to figure that out. But yeah, I just think they're good. I think Keyshawn Hall and Pettiford are a lot better. I knew Pettiford was good. Keyshawn Hall's better than I realized, and I really like Williams Adams too. He's going to be a dude down the line. To losers, who's your first loser?
NC State.
Would you like to get a bar off on this one?
No, listen, I think that, Maui's a tricky place. You can get caught by some people. But let's not get it twisted here. They were double-digit favorites against Seton Hall, and Seton Hall had them on the ropes the whole game. Truthfully, they got whatever they wanted at the basket. They shot 52%. Um, and to be honest with you, I was disappointed in NC State showing because I felt like Darion Williams didn't even want to be there. Then Allen Lubin had to carry this team. He led the team in shot attempts. I'm sorry, led the starters in shot attempts and scoring. Matt Abel was good in this basketball game, but just a very lackadaisical performance against a Seton Hall team that, with all due respect, is not all that good.
Yeah. Any words for Jig?
Nope.
No words for Jig, huh?
No, I think he had a solid game scoring, 11 points. Probably could
Interesting.
have did more. Honestly, I was looking more at Darion Williams in this basketball game. He did his best LaJuan Watts impression.
Interesting. Okay. Am I allowed to give my biggest loser to a team that won?
Yeah.
Houston.
Ooh.
Why are we in overtime with Syracuse?
Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Melo courtside.
Distracting.
Yeah, Melo and Lala courtside. Respectfully.
Can't say I blame them.
Respectfully, of course.
Of course. Yeah. They did not hit it out the park in this game. I look, Syracuse is bad. That's the thing. And Syracuse is missing their leading scorer. This is the fourth game for Houston in six where they've really underwhelmed. And I know Kingston Flemings is like amazing. Couldn't we also play the game of like, maybe it's a bad thing Kingston Flemings looks this amazing and the team's results haven't been very good?
Hmm.
You would think if you have a freshman shooting 70% from the floor that was not supposed to be that guy, maybe it led to some more impressive results than overtime with Syracuse and failing to cover in your first four games. Like, that's a little bit of a red flag 1 month into the season, is it not?
100%. And look, they're winning the game, so you can't really get on them like that. And uh, but I think there's some issues with this basketball team, truthfully. And look, they have a very high floor, like we always say with Houston, given their defense and things like that, and the system and Sampson. But there's definitely also some issues that come with this team, some associated with like youth type issues, and also just like, I don't know, maybe some identity issues offensively with that youth mixed in.
I got issues. You got them too. So take the ball from me, give it to Milo's Hugh. That's what I would do, personally.
That's Miley Cyrus.
That's not Miley Cyrus. Who's your
Sabrina Carpenter.
second loser? Who do you got?
Oh, Oregon.
Mm. Are,
Mainly,
are they good?
yeah, so that's the thing. It's time to talk about it. This team's not good. This team is not good. You want to know why, Gregory?
Why?
Because this team was built up to be what they were going to be because of Jackson Shelstad. Jackson Shelstad shooting 33% from the field and 27% from three on the year. High volume, though. High volume. This team turned the ball over 18 times yesterday. TK Simpkins had 8 turnovers by himself. Sorry, 7 turnovers by himself. I just think this Oregon team is bad, respectfully.
Yeah, I don't like anything outside of the two stars. That's my concern. And also, Shellstad is still the same guy he was 2 years ago, which is ominous, I would say. I don't know. I don't know where they go. I think they'll be in the mix because I think that's a hard road trip to take. But I also, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I'm that optimistic that it turns into anything. My last loser is the Johnnies. Got to be the Johnnies. I was actually pretty impressed with Iowa State in this game, and I was considering making them a winner, but I guess I'll go the other route on this. The main reason I'm okay with calling St. John's a loser is because Taman Lipsy goes down with 2 minutes left, and you're St. John's, and you have a 1 point lead. You did not score on your final four possessions. While Iowa State lost the heart of their team, engine of their offense, it was St. John's who couldn't find an answer once in the final four possessions. That would kick me. They did a lot of impressive things throughout the game, but I mean, Patino went all in on a team without a point guard. They are very evidently a team without a point guard, and it's his fault. I don't know what they do.
Yeah, it's weird times. We got Patino snapping at Norlander too. Disgusting.
Yeah. Yep. Milan Momcilovic, really good though. I love him.
So good. Shout out to that 20 ball.
He's one of my favorite players to watch in the country. Anything else you took away from this besides winners and losers? Any final notes on Feast Week Day One?
I found it very enjoyable for what it's worth.
It's fun to watch basketball.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed it. It's a little bit weird the format of Players Era, I must say. I can't really get with it. But I think I like the idea of it being good basketball teams playing.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what you do with Players Era. It's going to expand. We're going to talk about it on the full episode tomorrow. And the expansion seems weird and chaotic and not great for the sport. The environments at these games are terrible. We got to work on that. But we're also not going to work on it, and it's still great hoops. So I don't really care that much. But also, like, I found myself a little uninspired by a lot of these matchups. Like, Zaga, Alabama was amazing. Kind of feels to me like 80% of the teams at Players Era are teams I don't need at Players Era.
Well, more basketball though.
More basketball. Can we get Players Era to just be like the top 32 teams in the sport?
That's
That
getting great.
that'd be
That's
great.
You're trying to expedite March.
Well, dog, we're like 2 years away from Players Era being March.
Let's just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, this is clearly where the sport is headed.